Hey guys, welcome back to Colson's Critters. I'm Colsmith. In today's video, I'm going to give you my 10 favorite reef safe fish. Alright Davis, what are we doing?
I'm going to put the Zoe on top of the rock after I just broke the rock structure. Now, who's to say these Zoas might not stick out of the water? But
Actually, it probably will.
Now that's a nice mushroom. We can glue this down. That can go right here. And just, since it's tiny, you use tweezers. And look at that. Voila. That's actually a terrible spot. That's more like it.
That's way better.
Alright, now we're gonna go take this and we're gonna go put it back in the inverse system. It's back at the rock. We're gonna see what we're gonna do here. Most likely we'll drop these into the tank. Next, we're gonna glue these Zoas that I just grabbed right on this rock here just to fill up the rock. I can't really close this hand. I'm gonna use this hand here. Use the tweezers because they're tiny and you don't want glue on your fingers.
There you go.
And then boom, we'll do it again.
Beautiful.
We're just gonna make a complete Zoa rock here to make it look nice and full.
Yes, I'm aware I do have a sunburn, but let's get into today's video. First on the list is going to be Bartlett Anthias. Bartlett Anthias are these bright yellow Anthias that are just really, really cool. They bring a really bright pop of color into the reef tank. They have a great personality, and the males look really, really cool as well. They're completely reef safe. They do better in schools, so I would recommend getting a school of an odd number, at least 3. So you have 1 male and then 2 females with it. You want one of the biggest ones will become the male and the rest of them will be females. The male gets a yellow and reddish color on him, and the females are just bright, bright yellow, which makes it one of my favorite Anthias. Alright, next on the list is going to be an Achilles Tang or a powder blue. These two are both one of my favorite fish, and the reason I put them together in the same category is they're in the same family, so they're very similar. I do have a powder blue behind me in here. You'll see him swimming around every now and then. There he is right here. I think they're one of the coolest fish. They even look fake. I mean, the powder blue especially, they look so fake. An Achilles Tang looks really, really cool. They have red and black on them, whereas the powder blue is more of a yellow and blue. Hence the name powder blue. They're gonna do a really, really good job collecting algae out of your tank, mainly hair algae and stuff like that. And they just graze the rocks throughout the entire day. This guy right here has a great personality. He loves being on camera. As you can see, he's just photobombing me right now. But as I was trying to film my tank the other day, he literally just swims right in front of your camera. Great personality and just an amazing fish. Next on the list is going to be blue star leopard wrasse, specifically the females. The males are really nice as well. They have the really, really cool patterning on them. But the females just have that bright, bright, bright pink coloring on them. Sadly, ours turned into a male, which most people would say that's cooler, but I like the females better. So yeah, you can see him swimming around behind me. I'll get some clips of him later, but Definitely Blue Star Leopard Wrasse is one of my favorite. They eat pests on your corals as well, so that'll help out with cleaning the tank from pests and keeping your corals clean. The only thing about Blue Star Leopard Wrasse is that they're a little bit finicky to get to eat, so you have to make sure it's eating before you buy it. Most of the time when they're eating in the store, they do a lot better in your tank at home. They will hide it in the sand for a little bit, but don't worry about that. Just wait a couple of days, they'll come out. Number 4 on the list is the yellow Coris wrasse. Now, most people probably be like, why is that on your top 10 list? I just love the fish. It's a bright yellow wrasse. They do a really good job taking care of flatworms and mites that are on your coral. I had one in my 20 gallon for a very long time, or not a very long time, but when I got him, he was very tiny. And when he got to a full-grown size, I moved him into the puffer tank, which he sadly got scared by the puffer and jumped out, which was really a bummer. But they're one of my favorite fish, and they're just really cool. Much like the Blue Star, they will also dig in your sand at night, and if they get spooked, they are known to jump just because they are wrasses in general. But overall, really cool fish. Number 5 on the list is blue spot jawfish. Blue spot jawfish is one of my favorite fish for sure. They are so cool. They have they're a blue body with these bright orange spots on them. They almost look fake, and they have this big jaw that'll open up. They have a really good personality. They'll dig these little holes in the sand, and they'll just sit in a little hole, and they'll come out and eat. And they're just really good personality and great fish to have. Number 6 is going to be white-tailed Bristletooth Tang. I love the white-tailed Bristletooth Tang. They have obviously a white tail. They look much like the yellow Aquarium Tang back in here, if you can see them behind me, but they just have a white tail instead. They're super pretty, and they're definitely an underrated tang. Just much like the powder blue, they're gonna graze around your rock and eat algae. They'll do it even more because they are a Bristletooth Tang. So we have a yellow Aquarium back here, and he does a really good job keeping the tank clean. Next on the list is going to be a Copperband Butterfly. Now, although Copperband Butterflies are really hard to get to eat in the hobby, we've been through tons of them in this tank here. They're just really hard to get to eat. But once they do, they make a great fish. They're going to take out Aptasia in your tank, and overall they're just really nice fish. We did have one that was really big. It's now in a customer's tank. He loves it. It was in here, it was eating Aptasia, it ate really well. But once it ran out of Aptasia, it started eating our trachees, and as you can see, we have a really nice trachea, which I'll put up on the screen, and we didn't want him dying, so we gave him away to a good guy, and he's in a really nice tank now. I like the Copperband so much that I even made it the logo of my YouTube channel. 8th on the list is going to be a Dracula Goby with a pistol shrimp. Or just shrimp Goby pistol shrimp pairs. They're just super cool. They'll build this little hole, and they'll have this little symbiotic relationship with each other. So the pistol shrimp will make the hole nice and clean. They'll keep the sand out of the hole. The Goby will live in the hole. He'll go grab food and bring it back to the pistol shrimp, and they'll just protect the hole together and live in the hole, which I just think is super cool. They have tons of different types of gobies, like the Dracula Goby, Watchman Goby, Hasha Goby, Orange Spot Goby, Aurora Goby. There's tons of different shrimp gobies that will go with these pistol shrimps. And the pistol shrimps are really pretty as well. They have the candy cane pistol, bullseye pistol, tiger pistol. They just have tons of different types of pistol shrimp, which are really cool in the tank as well. They'll kind of just find this little hole together, and they'll just stay there most of the time. So if you get one that actually stays in front, it is really convenient. Most of the time they do, but they're really cool. Definitely one of my favorite fish. 9th on the list is going to be the Dussumieri Tang. The Dussumieri Tang is one of those fish that are banned from Hawaii right now, so they've gone up in price significantly. But they are super pretty nonetheless. They have this like yellowing pattern on them, and they'll eat tons of algae in your tank. They're just really cool. One of those fish that you look at it and you're like, wow. Last and certainly not least is the skunk tilefish. The skunk tilefish is super cool. I honestly didn't like them at first, and then once we had them in our 90 gallon at Top Shelf, they grew on me, and I actually really love them now. The little baby ones aren't as red, but once they get big, they get this really bright red and white coloring on them. They have a really good personality. They'll swim all around your tank, and they'll also be able to eat very well with other fish. They have really good personality, and overall just a really good fish. Alrighty guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, let me know down in the comments below, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more videos, and comment down below what you want to see next, and if you have any questions. Till next time, peace!